This is part 2 of 9-1, and we just finished where we changed the M- to N-, and I just wanted to show you the networking workshops. That is an M-, and where a mail out is, that's a N-, so it's a much smaller. So I'm just going to fix that. I just wanted to show you the difference. Control Home, and then click after the title, and press enter. So you're underneath the title, and you're going to put 3 smile faces, which are symbols. So choose Insert, Symbol, go to More Symbols, and you'll go to the font arrow group, and you'll scroll all the way down to Wingdings. And then we're looking for the smile face, and it's right here, and you'll click it Insert once, and just to show you behind the screen, there it is. I'll insert it again and one more time, so it's 3 times, and then close. So now you can close out of the navigation on the left hand side, and we're going to look at this 5-page document. So there's our first picture, and if you notice, there's a caption underneath it. And if we scroll to the next picture, this is the one that we put in there. There is no caption. And again, the other one we put in there, no caption. And if you scroll down, this one has a caption. Also notice that it's labeled figure B. And the last one is a pie chart, and that is another figure, and it's labeled figure C. So we need to put captions under the pictures that do not have one. And I'm going to open up the navigation window pane again, and I'm going to click the workshop image screenshot. I'm going to click advertising and promotion, and there's our picture. So select the picture. And then choose the References tab and choose Insert Caption. And then we'll click Numbering, and the format arrow will make it match the rest, so the capital A, B, C, and then click OK. And then it says Figure B, and you'll type a colon, Shift colon, and space bar. Where it says figure B, colon, space, type choose appropriate workshop images, and then we're going to go back to numbering and back to the format down arrow and click 1, 2, 3, changing our mind again, and then click OK. And it should say now figure 2, the label figured, and it's below the item, and then click OK. And if you select below the item, you'll see that it's numbered. And if you select above, you notice that that's also been changed to number. And then we'll scroll down to the 2 conference rooms. So select the 2 conference rooms, and we'll choose Insert Caption, and then we'll type a colon, space, and this is 2 workshop setup options. Make sure there's no typos. Set up options with an S. Click OK. This one will have to center, so Control E. The other one was automatically in center, so that's fine. And notice it's number 3. So we'll go back to that first picture with the interviewed person being interviewed and select that picture. and then you'll press delete, and then delete to get rid of that empty space right there, the marker, and then select and delete the information that says for figure 1 and delete. Make sure there's no empty space in the way. And then we'll scroll to figure 2, and what happens, it still says figure 2 even though we do not have a figure 1. So if you have to right click on the 2 and choose update field, so now that's 1, but then you have to do it to the rest of them. So scroll down, this is 3, so right click and choose right click on the number and then choose update field. One more here, right click, update field, and right here. So there should only be 4 figures instead of 5. Control Home takes you to the beginning of the document. Control Enter pushes this onto page 2, and we'll go back to page 1 at the top. So we're on page 1. We just created a blank page, and then we're going to type table of figures and press Enter. And then select table of figures, and you're going to change the size to 24, bold, and then we'll center, which is Control E, and then we'll just click underneath it. But I'm going to, if you were to put your show hide on, you want to be on the left side of the page break, so be on the far left, so you're at the left margin. And then you'll click References and select Insert Table of Figures. Under the General category, select Formats and then choose Formal. You get a little preview up in the right hand side, and then click OK. And it has the figures, what they were, the captions, and what page they fall on. Control Home, and we want another blank page. Choose Insert. This time, instead of doing Control Enter, we're going to click blank page, and then it does the same thing. Control Home so that you're back on the first page. But we're in a very large format. If you notice right now, if you went to Home, we're in size 24 bold. So what you want to do is clear the formatting. So choose Clear All Formatting. So it takes us back to the default Calibri 11 to the far left. And then you'll click References and choose Table of Contents over on the far left. And for this one, you want Automatic Table 2. And then what happens is this gives you the page that every heading that's in your outline in the navigation window, every page that it's whatever topic is covered. So you can see that it starts on page 3, page 4, 5, 6, and your summary's on 7. So we'll go back to Table of Contents, and this time we're going to go into Custom Table of Contents, and in Formats we're going to choose Distinctive. And again, you get a little preview in the far right, and then click OK. And then replace the table of contents, yes. So just change the format of it. So over in the navigation, choose Job Seeker Workshop Management, right click, and then so if you're in the table of contents, over on the navigation pane, click Job Seeker Management Workshop, and it takes you right to that paragraph that is about the Job Seeker Workshop Management. And if you right click, we'll choose Delete. And it deletes it not only from here, but also from the document. But if we go back up to the table of contents, it's still in there. Job seeker workshop management on page 3, but it's no longer there. So what you have to do is click update table, and now it's gone. And we're going to go back to table of contents, custom table, and in the tab leader we're going to change it. Instead of the looks like an underscore, we're going to choose the dots, and then click OK, and yes, so it replaces the underscore with the dots. If you hover over anything that's in the table of contents, you get a little message for a shortcut, and what you can do is Control click, and it takes you, whoops, I'm going to try it again. So if I hover over it without clicking anything, it changes to an arrow. Hold Control and click it, and it takes you right to that topic. It's giving me a hard time. So Control click, there we go. Takes me right to online venues. So right now we have on page 2 a table of figures where they're located, and on page 1 is a table of contents. Now we're going to create what's called an index, and this is something that you see in all textbooks. At the back of each book is a chapter index, and you could look up different things in alphabetic order and then find what page they're located on. So that's what we're going to create now. So the first thing you want to do, if you hold Control and click Introduction, it takes you right to the introduction on the page 3. And then in the navigation pane, click Personnel. So it takes you to Personnel. And then we're going to select Branch Staff. And then what you'll choose, I'm going to go back to Personnel. They want you to pick the branch staff that is in the actual paragraph right there. I was going to the other branch staff. So in the Personnel, select Branch Staff, and you're going to create an index here. So you'll click the Reference tab, and then you choose Mark Entry, and a dialog box opens, and you can always move it so that you can see both what you're selected and the dialog box. It's called Mark Entry, and it also shows you here what you've selected, Branch Entry. And then what you're going to click is Mark All, so that every time it says Branch Staff, you've marked them all. And if you notice, they wanted you just to move your dialog box so you can see how it's labeled in here. So it's a command showing that this has been selected, and it has XE, which stands for index entry, so that it's been indexed. So you won't see this when we leave the Mark Entry. It's just showing you right now because we're in the dialog box. And then if we click anywhere in the document so that we're out of the dialog box, in the navigation pane, in the search box, type Branch Manager. And it should show every time Branch Manager shows up. And then we'll click in to make the Mark Entry box active, and notice it changed it so it matches what you just typed, and it's showing in yellow, and then it's highlighted. And then you'll choose Mark All, and you'll get that command again, that has been a indexed entry. And then again we'll click anywhere in the document to deselect the Mark Entry text box, and we're going to continue this. So let me just get to part 3 of the project management.